Hello guys, and welcome back to Bittruth with your host Mark Luther. In today's video we are doing an ICO review on NOIA Network. Now I have a few disclaimers to tell you guys before we start this ICO review, and the first one is that we're not doing a huge twist to the channel. Okay, we're not making a channel just based on ICOs and just funded by ICOs and just being a shill fest out here and being a hypocrite for actually reviewing too much ICOs. And I'll be reviewing an ICO every once in a while if there's a great project. Other than that, we're not reviewing any ICO, paid or unpaid. Okay, and another thing is that I hate hypocrisy as much as you hate hypocrisy. Okay, and the second disclaimer is that we are going to make this ICO review and it's unpaid review. There is no referral link, there is no any links to the referral link for the ICO to buy the tokens. Okay, so this is unpaid, this is unbiased opinion, this is true opinion, and we are not making this paid review. So you're going to see me talking the goods and the bads, the advantages and the disadvantages of NOIA Network. The third disclaimer is that you should do your own due diligence and I'm not your financial advisor. Any more further ado, let's start the ICO review. So what is NOIA Network? It's to use the decentralization blockchain technology against the content delivery network, which makes the internet slow. Okay, so that means if you're watching YouTube, there's a lot of traffic, the buffering time will be more. So with NOIA, it's trying to solve the solution and solve the problem and give you the solution that now you don't get all that traffic and all that pain. So it actually makes the new internet decentralized, okay, and it makes it more efficient, more faster, more easier, more better for companies to use and for people or the consumers of the content. Now, NOIA Network enables hundreds of thousands of computers also to serve as points, okay, of presence or POPs for web content caching and delivery through local ISP networks around the world. So what happens is they use all the computers around the world using the decentralized blockchain technology to solve this problem. Nothing new. Now here comes the good part. This is just like mining, but in a different way. So all be employed to contribute to the NOIA network and earn rewards in NOIA tokens. So what happens is they have this new proof of sharing, I think. I don't know if they have any name for it. You can use your laptop, PC, or servers, or any of that stuff. Okay, here it talks about the business. Now there are 3 white papers, which is an advantage. Okay, let's start with the goods and then list the bads. Okay, we have the white paper itself with 59 pages. We have the one paper. Okay, we're not going to go through that since it's really just short and really just sums up everything. It has FAQs, which are frequently asked questions. You have the technical white paper, which are going to go through just in a moment. Now here it goes to show you it has been having some let's say some media coverage. Now I would say that's not an advantage due to the fact that that doesn't really give a lot to us through information, since this can be manipulated easily, and these are not really huge companies. Okay, they are huge but not as huge when you say CNBC or CNN. So there's really just difference between media coverage on NOIA, but it's actually starting out, so that's another thing. So they claim the internet is broken. They want to use computers to solve this problem, and the biggest problem the world faces is internet videos, and they explain that in the future, which is 2022, they expect 82% of the internet to become more of a video sharing. So really that's a huge amount of traffic. Another thing is that better way to deliver content is utilization of unused resources throughout the world to form a cooperative, widely dispersed and decentralized network for efficient content delivery. And another thing here is the CDN for the new internet, designed to deliver any type of content to fit seamlessly with either the current or decentralized hosting solutions. As you can see right here, you're having the content distribution layer. So what happens is that these content sharing companies, what they have to do is that they send the information, and what all have to do in NOIA is it's like a replicating server. So what happens is you don't have one server by the company itself to actually host the content. You have numerous computers around the world trying to get their tokens and like mining or that stuff. Okay, so they can actually share that information and you can get a decentralized view of the internet. Here it goes to talk about their new system. Okay, you have the wallet, the node, and this you can rent your like unused bandwidth and storage space to participate in the NOIA network, to act as a POP for content delivery, as you can see right here. Now here's the roadmap. Interesting thing is that their roadmap looks to really to 2020. Okay, as you can see, we are now literally right here on 2018. Now we're reaching 16th of July. Okay, it's coming. Okay, and the fact is that this goes all the way to 2020. Okay, if we can look at this NOIA project, and what I like is that they have like a long-term view, okay, and long-term work. It's not like let's get rich quick roadmap. I think a lot of you have saw such these. As you can see, you have the public token sale, which will happen on the 29th of May, which is an advantage. It's like 3 days after today, so you really have a really huge advantage to get in on this if you are planning to invest. Okay, but I'm not a financial advisor. Of course, 2018, the alpha testnet, launching the product on testnet with first customers, partners. You have NOIA Edge, dedicated access point to serve NOIA network, which is like the mining thing, I think, which they're trying to promote. And you have the beta, advances in development and decentralization, acquiring, paying customers. Now you have also here the partners, okay, the strategic partners with international ISPs. I think this is when we're going to see like huge partnerships at this like point when everything is going to plan. And these are the customers, establishing global customer base where any company which needs NOIA network as like a content provider against the traffic, they can actually hire them. And you have here the DAWA, okay, moving towards complete decentralization. So there's no more centralization. It will become a full project. Now here's the team, and another disadvantage of the team, and I think is really that they don't have a lot of media, or not media, like social media coverage on them. So what I mean is that they don't have a lot of social media accounts. They only have these in LinkedIn's, which really gives you a really limited view on these on these people, okay, on the team. But what I can assure you is that their and LinkedIn's are filled with information about them and their experience. But still, I really don't like the way it's situated. Like if they have a Twitter account, Facebook account, any other accounts, so you can get more like information about them. Also, the advisors are always like, really, I don't trust most advisors on most ICOs, but with this one I really didn't do a lot of due diligence on advisors, because most of the time you don't really find a lot of content on them. They're really just limited. But what you can see here, that they claim that they have all that experience, so hopefully you're going to get all that experience that they claim that they have. Okay, that's where the technical white paper comes into the play. Okay, now we're going to the white paper where things become really interesting, guys. Okay, and the important notice is not about investing, it's about actually the white paper itself, of endorsing it or taking it. Okay, and let me just go down here. Okay, and here it goes about what is NOIA, and I think a lot of you know how this works. Okay, so here it goes to show you the problem of the internet traffic around the world. Here it goes to show you the broadband for speed greater than 10 megabytes Mbps, okay, in 2017. Okay, and this is from Cisco, okay, the company. And here is the CDN market that they're talking about, the global CDN market forecast. As you can see how the information and the market is expected to grow by 2022, which really makes investors just want to invest in this, since they're like claiming investing with us makes a lot of money, which I really feel is an indirect way to show you that, oh yeah, come and invest in us, which is a disadvantage. Okay, and here's the solution: solving the internet infrastructure challenge. And here you can actually put your laptops and computers into play, which will help. Now here another disadvantage is that if the decentralized nature of NOIA actually depends on the infrastructure or the miners for, I don't know what is this, of like the sharers of their broadband. What if people become less sharing their like information, since a lot of people might see unprofitable. Okay, a lot of people might actually do this for profitability wise and not only for actually for the project. So, okay, and let's go down here. There's more stuff actually to this one, and here it shows you how the nodes will come to work. Okay, and here's another example of how the cloud controller their decentralized like own NOIA network, how it will work, the worker nodes, the master nodes, and it will come to the whole DAWA thing. Now that will happen by the end of 2019, so you might expect that, more maps, more things. Okay, my mouse is just going insane. And here, as you can see, here is really just a rough draft of how this will work: decentralized internet and content internet. So these content companies, what they will do is just give the information to NOIA and all that stuff. And going down here, actually I don't want to skip from stuff. Now this is another example. Now let's say Amazon Web Services has some content. That content actually goes into the content delivery network by Amazon, but who really just distributes that content, okay, and makes less traffic is the NOIA network to the consumers or visitors. Okay, and here are more examples, and here it actually tells you how their competitiveness is better than any other company. As you can see here, you can see actually another rough draft on the centralized companies, which use actually less pops per second. Okay, and NOIA actually claims that they are going to price the 50 terabytes data transfer per month at $700, other than the companies which use $8,000, $5,000, $4,000, $3,000. So really they're going to actually win this competition. There's no comparing to this one. But what I'm actually worried about is that their decentralized plan has a disadvantage, since it's really dependent on the consumers or the workers which are going to work for the NOIA network. So how are they going to get funded? Are they going to get their own script to mine or all that stuff? So you really need to actually think about all that. And now we come here to the ICO itself here, and here's another rough draft of their ICO that is coming in 3 days. So actually here is the total supply is 1 billion NOIA, and you have the token sale amount for 450 million NOIA. So that's the public sale and the pre-sale. Unsold tokens will be burned just like the BNB coins. Okay, and you have the soft cap $5 million, hard cap $36 million. Accepted payments are in Ether, okay, Ethereum, and that's all. And you have the exchange rate. Now here what comes really interesting is that they price one token for 8 cents. That's away from the free market. That's not valued. That's valued by their belief of their token, by their work. But that's not really believed by the market. By the market, you can see like the market cap of the coin, you can see like the volume of the coin, so you can calculate its real price. But they actually just give you the price of 8 cents, and with the ICO coming in 3 days, you're going to get a really huge discount, hopefully. And I think I'm going to invest myself, but this is an unpaid ICO review, so really, and I'm not a financial advisor. Now the minimum contribution is 0.05 Ethereum. That's about $29 to $30 during this dip right now. So really you can see where the minimum comes. It's not $100 or more. It's actually below 50, which is really interesting for small adopters to come and adopt. Now the public sale will start on the 29th of May and will end on the 29th of June, so 30-day period, and this will start in London time. So yeah, and here it shows you actually the token distribution. Now 45% will go to the token sale contributors. You have 10% for the community, for future use 25%, 20% to the team. Now what really amazes me that there's no percentage for marketing, which actually they had a marketing campaign just a day or two ago on the YouTube platform. You can actually see their video just everywhere, okay, as an advertisement. So really, why didn't they actually put an advertisement, like really allocation for that, which really just depends on how they actually value their coin. Now it depends, maybe they didn't actually do it with the token supply, but maybe the budget allocation, which it comes here, Okay, some ICOs actually use their token to actually pay off the marketing. But anyways, let's see here. Now we have 5% other, which we really don't know where it goes. 15% to the technology, building infrastructure, maintenance. Maintenance of what? Okay, that's what I want to understand. Development. Okay, you have engineering, R&D, team expansion. 40% marketing is actually a really huge allocation for marketing. Okay, now here comes a really huge disadvantage. I really don't know at this point if I really want to invest at this point, because if we are considering the fact that you're putting more money into marketing, you're putting more money into hype, that means that you'd rather have a really minimum powered project rather than a really strong project for the long term. So that's another disadvantage, but I'll be investing actually a little bit of my portfolio, not much. Okay, and as you can see here, just to talk about the implementation of the roadmap, technology, and all that stuff. Here it talks about the team. They don't have any other accounts other than the LinkedIn, which makes you really just ask yourself why. And now here we go back, and let's go back to the technical white paper. Okay guys, just a second. Here's the technical white paper. Going right here, actually I went down to the whole white paper. Here's the technical white paper. They don't seem to really actually, it doesn't seem really clean of a version, but they have actually a lot of explanation in this white paper. As you can see, CSL, master nodes, you can see insurance of content catching instructions. So you really have a lot of let's say a lot of information about the content distribution, and you have a lot of charts, tables, a lot of equations, mathematical equations, which really just makes your mind just blow up. Is this real or is this fake? Or it really just needs a specialist. That's the problem with technical white papers, is that you really can't make sure if it's 100% right or it's 50% right, because all of this needs actually a lot of knowledge and education about all this stuff. So really, I really can't talk about the technical white paper very much. I really just talked about the white paper and everything in overview. And actually guys, in conclusion, okay, what we can see here is a really decentralized manner company just trying to solve a really big issue, content delivery network, okay, for the new internet, they claim. But what I expect is that their long-term plan and their funding ways are a bit sketchy, since you're actually giving 40% off to marketing, but hopefully that doesn't actually affect the token itself. And more than that, guys, let me know what you think down below. This is an unpaid ICO review by Bittruth by Mark Luther, and thank you guys for watching this video, and let me know what you think. Will you invest? Do you have any other opinions about NOIA network? Okay, and see you guys on the next video.